You know, as we enter our second month here now with President Barack Obama, it makes me wonder, will we ever be able to maybe look back and enjoy some of the times of former President George Bush? His approval rating was low and stuff, but I think, a lot of the words of wisdom that he had for us, he really did speak from the heart. And I thought, how could we reminisce? How could we look back? How could we get an inside look of what the former president was all about? And I thought, how could I do this? And then I figured it out. We'll just have George Bush join me here on the show and tell us some things. There were some things that George Bush said that were very inspirational, like this.
A strong America is America based upon strong families.
And that's true. Strong families. We see it every day, especially here in California. The argument for Proposition 8, the ban on gay marriage, was the principles of family issues. And then the no on 8, they were trying to say, we could be family too and stuff. So he said some great inspirational things that I think you could find into any situation, any category.
Free people will set the course of history.
Yeah, of course we will. Slaves did too. But yeah, free people, yeah, free, yeah. Let's hear some more inspirational.
These acts were intended as brightness. They have failed. Acts can shake the foundations of our biggest buildings, but cannot touch the foundation of America.
So true after 9/11. That was a huge speech that you said. We wouldn't allow anyone to shake our foundation. We're America, And then I thought, what were some of the things that Bush said that, people said, he was dumb and stuff. And you hear things like that and you think, how could he be dumb? Let's hear some things that they supposedly think that President Bush was not so smart on.
It isn't the pollution that's harming our environment. It's the impurities in our water and air that are doing it.
Seriously. It's not the pollution, it is the impurities. As the Republicans have tried to tell us many times before. Yes, that is true. Yes. It isn't pollution that's doing, it's impurities, which are pollutions.
I understand small business growth. I was one.
You was a small business.
My tax cut plan is realistic because it avoids meaningless 15-year projection.
We won't even touch that.
The vast majority of our imports come from outside the country.
You think? Unless you still think California's its own state. Alright. But like I said, he had some great inspirational ones too.
Those of us who love freedom must work together to do everything we can to disrupt, deny, and bring to justice these people who have no soul, no conscience, people that hate freedom.
A little too close to me there, Bush. That's true. That was great. We need to. And we felt that. But then, of course, you took us into a war that, what was that about? You took us into Iraq and they wound up not having weapons of mass destruction. What do you say to that?
If there's water, that means there's oxygen. If oxygen, that means we can breathe. I was raised in the west of Texas. It's pretty close to California. In more ways than Washington, D.C. is close to California.
That's true. Any last words?
I am not part of the problem. I am a Republican.
And therefore, that is why the Democrats have control of the House and the Senate. Well, thank you, Bush. Thank you for joining us here. on SAS Entertainment's In The Buzz. It was great having you here on the show. Hope to have you again.
The American people would not want to know any of the misquotes that George Bush may or may not make.
And that's how we'll end it, okay? Because we don't want that to happen. We want this to be everything that you say, not to be misquoted, but to be the truth, and the truth will set you free. And right now, I'm hoping that this is not people didn't fall in this by accident. This was an actual interview with the president's voice. I would like to have had the real dummy here. I mean, the real president. But it was nice to have you in his place. Thank you.